Hi there, good day. This is to give you the short rationalization of the quiz I gave you, yung 5 items. So I hope you were able to answer that already. Kung di naman, click mo lang dyan sa may quiz para ma-take mo muna yung quiz bago ka manood ng video. So we'll be talking about Myasthenia Gravis basically. And before I discuss the ratio, discuss natin siguro how to attack the question here by discussing first the topic. So topic tayo ng MG. Let me show you the presentation. Pag sinabing MG, Myasthenia Gravis, is a motor problem. Why? Kasi pag sinabing my, dissect natin yung word ha. Pag my pertains to muscles. Pag sinabing asthenia, pertains to weakness. At pag sinabing gravis, pertains to severe. Thus, therefore, it is characterized by severe muscle weakness. So alam mo agad, ano yung kanyang involvement is actually a motor involvement. Now, you have to realize that yung mga chronic neuro problems natin may either have motor involvement, sensory involvement, o kaya naman cognitive involvement. May mga sakit naman na kumpleto siya. May motor problem na, meron pang sensory problem, meron pang cognitive problem. Like example is the myasthenia, actually is a multiple sclerosis. Now, what's the predisposing factor here? It's basically an autoimmune problem where the problem here is the thymus gland releasing abnormal antibodies that destroy the acetylcholine receptor sites. Now, with that sense, okay, ano bang importance? Sige, pag sinabing autoimmune means dapat the immune system should work for us. Pag sinabing autoimmune, the immune system is working against us. Kalaban natin, imbis nakakampi natin yung immune system. And that ito, to amplify that or to clarify that actually thymus gland yung may problema. Siya nagre-rebelde against the body. And that again, yung antibodies niyan destroy those receptor sites. Now, to understand that better, let's review a bit about the function of this acetylcholine. Kasi, it has two functions. Function yan sa may cognitive at saka sa motor. In fact, pag may problema sa cognitive, the disorder is known as Alzheimer's disease, which is another topic. Na ito ngayon, okay, ito yung paggana ng acetylcholine dapat, no? Since we're talking about muscular or motor movement, okay, para gumalaw ang muscles natin actually, kailangan muna ng electrical impulse coming from the brain. Once again, para gumalaw ang muscle, we need impulses coming from the brain. So lahat ng muscles kayang i-control ng katawan except for the heart. Kaya may kasabihan, kailanman di kang turuan ng utak ang puso. Ayan, may hugot pa. So may given example is that my actually brain will control my arm. Again, example given here, my brain will control my arm. Anong kailangan nga? We need electrical impulse coming from the brain. So the brain now will fire an impulse. Kaya lang, yung mga neurons natin actually, by the way, those two structures there, okay, I'm pertaining about this one, okay, tsaka itong isang ito actually are neurons. Now, they will actually transmit impulses based on synaptic process where the A here, the firing neuron, is the presynapse. The B there, going to the arm, for example, is the postsynapse. They're the receiving neuron, rather, no? So, pag nag-fire ng impulse yan, anong meron sa gitna? Actually is acetylcholine, mga neurotransmitters, para assured that the impulse will be transmitted from A to B. A to B yan, from the brain going to my arm. So, yung arm ko dyan, guys, is only a representation of my discussion. Now, yun yung paggana ha, para gumalaw ang muscle, kailangan ng impulse at kailangan saluhin ng acetylcholine. So, what will happen next? Paano naman? So, by the way, ganun ka-importante yung acetylcholine in terms of functioning. By the way, on this area here, may mga receptor sites dyan dapat kung saan dinadala ng acetylcholine yung impulse para makaabot sa target organ or target muscle yung electrical impulse na yun. Now, pag nag-relax ang katawan naman, ang muscle rather, anong kailangan naman? Cholinesterase yan. So, let me tell you that the antagonist of acetylcholine is cholinesterase. Anong gagawin niya? This cholinesterase will break the acetylcholine. What for? For the broken acetylcholine to actually stimulate the substantia nigra, okay, para mag-release siya ng dopamine. And dopamine, ladies and gentlemen, will liberate GABA. And GABA now is responsible for full muscular relaxation. So one more time, that GABA is responsible for full muscular relaxation. So anong problema guys dito? Kulang ba ng acetylcholine? Lumalabas ganon. Kasi nga, sira yung receptor sites. Let me show you another presentation to beef up my point. Now, if you would see here, okay, ito yung processing, oh. Dapat yung impulse will actually fire from here up to here. Sorry for that. Okay, again, if you would see it here, dapat yung impulse will fire from here up to here dapat. Na if you notice, yung mga bilog na yan are called acetylcholine. They will transmit the impulse from neuron A to neuron B here. Now, if you notice, sa end ng muscle, actually, sa surface ng muscle fiber, meron kang mga receptor sites. Diyan dapat dadalhin yung kuryente. The problem is that the thymus gland produced antibodies. Yung mga inverted Y na yan represents the antibodies. Okay? And some of them obstructs or occludes, actually suppresses the receptor site. So tanong, may pumapasok bang kuryente? Meron pero konti. So paggalaw ng muscle, mahina lang, kaya may severe muscle weakness. Once again, kasi kulang ng, may problema sa transmission kasi barado yung mga receptor sites. Thus, therefore, what are the symptoms of MG? Well, in the board exam, usually tinatanong yung mga common, actually sa earliest. So, what is the earliest manifestation or symptom? Ptosis ang tawag sa kanya. Ptosis pertain to drooping eyelids. One more time, ptosis pertain to drooping eyelids. Now, anong hallmark however? Siyempre, alam mo na, pag may muscle, asthenia, weakness, and then gravis is severe. So, severe muscle weakness, right? So, meron siya ngayong muscle weakness, whereas they're strong in the morning and weak in the afternoon. Or kung di man afternoon, after prolonged activity. So, example, umaga pa lang exercise, mga lunchtime, nanghihina na yan kasi ubos na yung functional na acetylcholine because of the destruction of receptor sites. Yung assessment natin dyan, strong in the morning and weak in the afternoon. Thus, therefore, okay, kung muscle yan, lahat yan maapektuhan. So, example, muscle ba ang tongue? Yes. Ang esophagus? Yes. Diaphragm? Yes. So, may idea ka na. Magiging priorities mo will fall into what? Airway tsaka breathing yan that we will discuss in a while. So, diagnostic test will reveal the following. Unang CT scan and MRI would reveal the presence of thymoma. Na I told you earlier, ang kalaban dito thymus gland mismo. Na pangalawa, blood test would reveal the presence of antibodies. Makikita yan actually, no? Yung antibodies na siyang umaatake dun sa may receptor sites. And of course, yung confirmatory niyan, tensilon or the edaphronium test. Now, let me tell you one thing. Ang tensilon is a form of anticholinesterase. Alright? Kaya remember, ang kalaban ng acetylcholine, cholinesterase. So, susubukan tanggalin yung kalaban niya and tignan kung gagana yung acetylcholine and to check kung mag-i-improve yung kanyang muscle performance or muscle strength, so to speak. Therefore, okay, let's talk about first the parameters of tensilon test. Unahin natin, actually, it's best done in the afternoon kung kailan mahina yung pasyente. Kasi you observe dyan will be the muscular strength. Na pangalawa is, ang routes are the following. Either, ang ideal route is actually IV line. That's the ideal route. Now, actually, ang onset niya, immediate. Pagbigay ng gamot through IV line, kita mo agad yung improvement sa strength ng pasyente. However, ang kanyang half-life is only 1 to 3 minutes. We're talking about tensilon. Now, letter B here, okay, will be IM kapag may history siya previously of cholinergic crisis. Now, ang kanyang onset actually is 3 to 5 minutes. Medyo mas matagal, pero still half-life niya 1 to 3 minutes. So, despite the fact na pwede siya mag-increase ng strength, pwede ba siyang gawing treatment? The answer is no. Why? Because it is a very short half-life. Hindi naman pwede na every 1 to 3 minutes magbibigay ng tensilon para lumakas lang yung patient. May ibang alternative naman. This is only purely for test or diagnostic and not for as a treatment. Now, let's talk about the possible results of tensilon. First, pag nag-increase ang muscle strength ng pasyente, ibig sabihin talaga meron siyang Myasthenia Gravis. So again, nag-infuse ng tensilon, okay? At habang nag-infuse, lumalakas yung pasyente, meron siyang MG. So if you're a good nurse, you have to anticipate the drug of choice, which are either neostigmine and pyridoxine, and both are anti-cholinesterase with longer half-life. Inaabot ng 6 to 10 hours yan, no? Okay? Yung half-life niya, so at least i-alarm lang ng pasyente na every 6 to 10 hours magte-take siya ng gamot. Now, however, pag lalong humina yung pasyente, meron na siyang cholinergic crisis. If you're a good nurse, ready the antidote, which is the atropine sulfate given via IV. Now, why am I saying that? Naalala mo kanina, I told you, dalawa yung possible route ng tensilon. Pwedeng IV, pwedeng IM. Na take in your mind that pag binigay siya IM route, is still kailangan ng IV line just in case magkaroon ng cholinergic crisis. Padiretso ibigay yung atropine sulfate in the IV route. However, okay, usual question, sir, paano pag walang effect? Ang tawag na doon is actually brittle crisis. Okay? Whereas it will be treated now on actually non-conventional way. So, nung pwede ibigay, unang-una binibigay yung steroids. Okay? Why steroids, guys? Kasi steroids na will serve as an immunosuppressant. Remember, the disorder is actually autoimmune and that may bigyan ng steroids. What for? Para sa steroids, kay immunosuppressant. So, again, let me remind you, hindi siya ngayon anti-inflammatory, it's an immunosuppressant. At pangalawa is plasmapheresis. What is that? The removal of antibody from the blood. We call that plasmapheresis. And pangatlo, of course, kundi pa rin kaya, thymectomy. Yun nga lang, ang trouble ng thymectomy, pag ginawa yan sa patient, lifetime siyang kailangan mag-take ng IVIG to replace the functioning of the T cells to destroy a virus, fungus, tsaka protozoa. And that is tensilon test. So with that, okay, what is now the management or priorities for this condition? Unang-una, ABAP yung mnemonic natin. A stands for airway. So what are needed actually beside, by the way, bukod yan sa pag-check ng vital signs, kay mga ganyan, mga respiratory protocol and so on and so forth, these are the priorities. Unang-una, airway talaga. Where what do we need there? Equipment are of course, unang-una, suction apparatus, at pangalawa, oxygen tank. Of course, also kung walang nakalagay sa kanya, walang O2 and all, place the client on side-lying position to avoid aspiration. What else? Okay, diet must be thickened as well. Hindi pwedeng soft or mga regular diet kasi pag ngumuya siya, nanghihina nga, di ba? Hindi pwede. Pag sobrang liquid naman, mag-aspirate yung pasyente. So, dapat diet should be thickened. Diet, part siya ng nutrition basically. Now, pangalawa, for B stands for breathing. Kailangan gumalaw ng diaphragm, and what's the only machine that can make the diaphragm move? Ang sagot doon actually is mechanical ventilator. Now, another priority is mahina yung pasyente, assist with ADL. Okay? And of course, I told you earlier, kailangan ng gamot, which are the pharmacological treatment, okay, which are neostigmine or pyridoxamine. Those are anticholinesterase with longer half-life. Short video for the rationalization of the exam. So let's rationalize the exam now. The short quiz I gave you the other day. Okay, so let's do the rationalization with the situation. And I read, Miss Jason Moira, a 45-year-old patient, was admitted due to body weakness. She stated that it gets worse as the day progresses. Initial impression, Myasthenia Gravis. Question number 1. The following descriptions are true about Miss Jason Moira's condition, which is not correct. Let's take it one by one. Let's try to eliminate. Okay, it is often caused by a virus that becomes more virulent in the afternoon. The answer is wrong. Remember, okay, it's an autoimmune problem, not a viral or infectious process. So mali agad yan, no? Yung B naman, okay, it's characterized by weakness that is more pronounced in the afternoon. Yes, I told you, the strong in the morning and weak in the afternoon. Thyomas commonly associated, the answer is yes. Therefore, the answer here is letter A kasi may nakalagay na not correct. Okay, A ang sagot for number 1. Question number 2. Miss Moria is subjected to tensilon test. She asked if it can also be used as a treatment. I told you earlier. Okay, ang half-life ng gamot is only 1 to 3 minutes. So, ang sagot dapat no. So, tanggal yung A, tanggal yung B kasi parehong yes sila. Okay, yun naman hindi siya related. It's actually a diagnostic tool or diagnostic test for the patient. Therefore, ang sagot letter D because short half-life, I told you, is only 1 to 3 minutes yung kanyang half-life. Question number 3. Subsequently, Miss Moira underwent tensilon test. However, seemingly, Miss Jasona is not responding to all the tests. Hindi, kung ayaw mag-respond, ano meron siya? Well, I told you, it's actually brittle crisis letter B. Nga pala, yung term na myasthenia crisis pertain to a client with myasthenia gravis na nagkaroon ng respiratory complication. Sample, aspiration, pwede ring breathing problem, pwede ring atelectasis. Pag sinagot mo letter A, Taulinis crisis, naisahan ka. Okay. Ba't ka naisahan? Kasi Taulinis, baliktaran mo, apelyedo ko yan. Taulinis crisis. So number 3 should be letter B, brittle crisis. Number 4, because of the non-response of Miss Moira's tensilon test, the following may be used for her as a treatment. However, guys, may nakalagay na word na except. Ayan, yun yung mahirap minsan, no? Okay, feeling mo tama ka na, feeling mo sigurado ka biglang may except pala. Ayan, okay. Question ginagamit. So therefore, we're looking for a negative concept, no? Negative yung concept na hinahanap natin. Ang premise niya is treatment of myasthenia gravis. Alright, okay. So ngayon, question, pwede bang thymectomy gamitin? Positive yan. Okay. Ang plasmapheresis, positive yan. Steroid therapy, positive yan. Okay. Neostigmine, mali. Negative yan kasi yun yung treatment for MG. Ang atropine naman is used as an antidote for cholinergic crisis. Therefore, since except yan, negative, hanapin mo yung dalawang negative, right? Ito tsaka to. Therefore, 4 and 5, letter D, yung sagot sa mga tumatama. Congratulations. Okay. Congratulations, ha? Alright, okay. So, question number 5. The neurotransmitter involved in myasthenia gravis is antagonized by, nako, eto na naman tayo. Antagonized na kalagay, kontrabida. Therefore, di ba? Kung saan ang tanong lang, the neurotransmitter involved is dapat acetylcholine. Kaso may nakalagay na word na antagonize. Anong kalaban niya? Should be letter D. D dapat ang tamang sagot for number 5.
Shoutout para sa mga tumama.
Alright, shoutout yan.
Sana all.
I hope you like it. I hope you learned something from the short video, no? So, paki-subscribe naman sa account na to actually, and paki-hit na rin yung like button if you learned something. So, until next time, we'll make another video for this such presentation to prepare you for your board exam. So, God bless you all. Again, good day, everyone.